And it's like a whole big race, eh? So they're sitting. I mean, look at them. It's, where do you think communication angel transmission? I mean, you really think that these house cats are good, or maybe the cats and dogs are not good because they put something in them to make us have the distortion. I just wrote a whole big piece. But look at them go. They're like animals, like complete animals, right? But until you get them into the house, somehow they might be listening to us. You can't say no. This is a game world, don't forget. We're in the game. This is part of my floor. And that over there is the roulette. Can you see that part? Can't see it. See that part right up there, the yellow? That's the roulette. That's a little bit, I'll show you a little bit about the, that's Jacob's ladder in that corner. Those are my two doors. Which one do you want to walk into? We can get the doors all the way in the front. Can you see that door? There's a fox on it. The other one, it's very hard to see. I like to put a little bit of art up, give it a little bit of color. You know what I'm saying? How about the ceiling? See that? See the mouse over there? How many bricks on the wall? 641. 18, 641. I marked that so long ago, I never knew what it meant. Now that I learned the numbers, the A and H, the one spirit of eight, the angel Resh, is on the cross. What would you say if we had 24 hours to God, right? If we had 24 hours to God, how many hours are us? 14 hours are on the cross. 10 hours go to God. 14 hours go to the cross. 10 hours go to God in the time of the day. Why? Because 8 and 6, man of the world. So when we pass 10 days of 240 hours, 24 are gone because they pay for the cross and they pay for the Lord, the runner of the whole entity. Well, the runner of his side of the entity, he gives back 14 to one of the 24 hours. He takes 10 for the other. So if he had 14 hours to give away by 52 weeks, he'd be giving away how many hours and how many days a year? There's 52 of them, right? The other thing I wanted to say is that man gets 144 awake, 72 asleep, 72, 72, 72, 216, 36, 36, 36, 36, 36, 36. 3 times 6, 18, 3 times 6, 18, 3 times 6, 18, 7, 18, 19 is 18, 18, 18. 17 is the queen, it's from A to P. Then you have the QP, the PQ. Why? Because the P is just like saying A and F, because it's 1 and 6. Man steps in at 16. He gets 1 and he gets 6. The 1 is not in his position, it's in the 10th position. It's 10, 6, because in the French language, when they say 10, 17, 18, 19, they say it as 10, 7, 10, 8, and 9, because 10 is to God, 10 is to God, 10 is to God, and 10 is to God, tennis. Tennis, anyone? 10 is to God. Why? Because IS is 1 and 5. 10, 1 and 5, 15, 25. Love, joy, the comments that's coming on down, coming on in. Stars and rotations of planets. Do we actually think we live on a planet? I no longer see it this way, but I live it in the love of joy, the joy of love. I'd like to thank you for watching Raphael 7286. I wrote a whole note. There's so many things. Yes, there's one thing I wanted to show you, in which it shows you. Where's the camera? It shows you 3, 3, 3, and 3, 12. When you go around Rubik's Cube, it's 12. It shows you 4 corners. On the bottom, 4 corners in the top. There's your 4 corners. And in the center of the 5 space, it's 5. Because 1 is here, 1 is here, 1 is here, 1 is here. There's 4 of them. Then 1 is on the bottom, 1 is on the top. There's 6 of them. And then 1 in the center, the 5. The 5 gets to the 6, and they create 11. The 9 birth passes through it. You get 6, 9, 11. 6, 9 is the cat and the dogs. Just Jason. I'd say just Jason. July, August, September, October, November, and Red D. Anybody ready? You ever notice Guy Lafleur's number 10, and all the queens got flowers, but they ain't got the same flowers. The jack's got a flower in his hat. Oh my God, unleavened bread, a flower in his hat. Man is really, and actually, if you ever look at the end, you would say he's 11 and he's 9. He's 9/11. 11/7 heaven. There's a reason for it, and it's number 63, creation of man, creation of the 11, spirit angel of man, and number 18, which is Rach, which gives him the one spirit of the 8 world. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In the middle is the cat. The cat's 9 lives because that's what's in your head. You're living in the dog pound, but you're trapped by the cat. So we have these numbers that I marked over here, and I marked them twice. 12. 2, 2, 2, and 2. You see what has to happen? This tic-tac-toe board, it starts to open up because all I'm using is 2, 4, 6, and 8, and it has to run all the way into each corner. So now you have tic-tac-toe inside the cross, inside the cube. 8 is the heaven you run, but you're on the cross for your 8. Man is 6. 5 and 1 is 6. There's your 1. 12, 8, and 1, 22. 1 to 20. 12, 8, and 1, 21. 1 and 21 is 22. 2 and 2 is 4, and man's got his own 4 corners, and he's coming on in. It's the come on in roll. So we have that. We have this. We have another thing I wanted to show you. I'm going to try and do it off my heart if I could, but because it says, oh, it says, does it say what does it say? No, I don't want to run that one. We run 2 all around. This one in the middle is 1. That means this angle is 7, and this angle is 7. All this is 8. So this is 8 for 7, 7, 7, 7. 4 by 7 is 28, plus 8 is 36, creation of man. But you only have to use 2 sides and 1 side. So you use this one, and you use this one. This one gets this one and this one, a sock, and this one gets this one and this one. So it's like that. 4 each, and 1 in the center, they share. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They each get 10. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 10. Now they get the center, 3 and 3, 13, 13. 1 and 3 is 4, 1 and 3 is 4. With the 1 in the center, it's 1 for 1, 4, 1, 1, 4. ADN, DNA, Sesame Street, 4114. You double that up, it makes the time heaven of the place we live in, which is carried by the moon and the sun. The sun is the controller of the moon because it shines on the moon, and the moon moves the oceans, and in between the oceans it moves. What's below the ocean is what's entrapping us out, what is holding us. The other thing is, there's another way to do this, but this added up, 12 and 8 adds up as 20. 20 gets 26. 26 gets 1 is 27. 2 times 7 is 14. 14 is the cross, but of God's cross. It's the Xing cross. No crossing or the cross. So 2 by 7 and 2 plus 7 is 14 and 11. November, the 14th letter of the end. The 11 is the 11th month. That's coming in right now, the day of man. And it comes in the day of man because the end of the schedule, that's right, ends on the 304th day of the year, Halloween. Because 0 is 6, it makes 364, and 12 moons of 28 days is 364. We now have 30 hours left for creation, which means what? Everything is shut down. Now we can change the Vega boards underneath the oceans or the water or wherever it is so they can update this computer, the system that we're living in right now. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. I keep running off the what's it called. I want to really thank you for watching, and there's probably a whole lot more. If we were working together, just like, you ever hear of hash? What about a Hashem? Hashem chemicals. Like I said, 11, 9, 11, and 9 is 20, makes 26, is 8. But 11 gets a 63 number count, which is 9, which makes 9 and 18, 27 again, which stands for red, which is God's red. 9 is 42. 42 and 63 is 105. A suit and cards, 13 cards in a row. Added up to 1 at a time, giving each one 1. The king, you stop at the king is 13, makes 91. But if you go to the next ace, because one of the aces is God on top, number 14. And the other ace is God on the bottom, number 1. But in between, it's the spirit angel of man, 11. The game is blackjack, and it's rigged. And I can give you more numbers, and numbers that you'll understand in comparisons to things that happen in life and games people play. So games people play like a 5-year-old. I can show you what they do, and I can show you how they related that to the creation of this planet when they adapted the cube. It's not their fault that this is the way we must live. Take away the cube and nothing is here. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I am Raphael 7286. I am only me, nobody else. I don't try to pretend to be anybody else, and I don't think I know everything. I just know that I match the numbers up, right? Matches and herring. Thank you for watching.